Welcome to the Redefining Enoughness series with me, Clare Gent.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Redefining Enoughness series. For this episode, I want to talk about something that's very close to my heart, and that is the idea around body image and how we connect to our external appearance. And maybe it's something we don't talk enough about, especially becoming a mother and having our identity shift as well as our physical body. And there is this unwritten rule, this quiet pressure that demands us to return to our pre-baby body as if that was even biologically possible, right? I mean, our body goes through so much transformation just to even become pregnant, to grow the baby, to then give birth to the baby, bring life to this world. And then after that, we're just supposed to go straight back to how we looked before all of that magical process. And throughout motherhood, I think there are so many challenges that come and go with sleep, with food, later on with relationships at school, etc., that we do not give ourselves the time and the energy that we really deserve to feel okay in our body, to really notice what's going on and to not look at it from this sense of self-loathing. And maybe you, like me, also feel the pressure from social media. I think nowadays we're bombarded with so much information. We've never had access to this level of information before, and a lot of the images and the content that we see are these picture perfect moments which are not reflective of real life and ultimately real bodies. And without us realizing, this scroll at the end of the evening when we're just drained and we just want to kind of numb out can really subconsciously send this repeating message that we are not enough, that our bodies ultimately are not enough as they are, and we have to change them, we have to fix them. And in this episode, I want to kind of bust this idea that this is needed and share some really practical, simple tools that you can use to reconnect with your body. The full disclosure, I have had a really long, complicated relationship with my body. I have put it through some really horrendous times, and I have finally-ish, because it's an ongoing journey, come to a place where I can accept and understand my body. Beforehand, I did not have that. I wanted to change it. I hated it. I tried every tactic under the sun to make it look different, and I still felt miserable. I'm not sharing any of this for sympathy. I'm just sharing it so that you know that you are not alone, that it's very common, and that I personally have had experience with this. As I mentioned, it's an ongoing journey, and take last October, we were in Bali, which sounds very exotic, I understand. It was a combination of being there for my partner's work as well as taking a little holiday. And in Bali, obviously, the weather is gorgeous sunshine, and a lot of the time you are in swimwear, in a bikini. And the first time that I put on the bikini and went outside and suddenly looked around and saw so many other moms with so much different types of bodies, and ended up comparing myself and thinking, oh gosh, like, I've really let myself slip, or I should be like looking after myself better. Why can't I look like them? All the negative thought spirals that happened in my head. But this time I managed to control them, and I managed to stop them and say, you know what? My worth, my enoughness is based on so much more than my body, than my physical appearance. Okay. Ultimately, my physical appearance is a vehicle for moving me throughout the day, and one that I am incredibly, incredibly grateful for the things that it allows me to do and for the journey it has brought me on. But it is not my worth, and it is not my whole self. It is one tiny aspect of who I am, and I I'm more than enough. And when I shifted that mindset from those negative thought spirals into a more positive one, and really understanding that I'm more than my body and feeling connected to my body, noticing the ground beneath my feet, noticing the breath move in and out of my body, understanding that there are going to be days where I may not feel like I love my body, and that's also okay. I think maybe a lot of the language we see is around how much we have to love and appreciate our body, and speaking from my own experience, some days that's not possible. But what I do come back to again and again and again is feeling connected to my body. Noticing what's going on, noticing maybe there's a little bit of tension in my shoulder, or I need to stretch out my hip, or just simply that I need to ground my feet into the earth and breathe. So with this shift, let's ask a different question. And not, does my body look enough, but is my body a place that I can return to for steadiness and worth? And this idea of feeling grounded, connected to your body, I call rooted worth. And it's this grounded sense of enoughness. It's this feeling when you're in your body and not outside of it, judging it. It's also the worth that comes from space, presence, softness, also strength, and ultimately lived experience. And it's not a measurement of comparison. It's worth that lives deep inside your body and not in your appearance. So think of it as feeling at home in yourself, even when things feel messy or imperfect. But to support you with this feeling of rooted worth and to really connect into this grounded sense of enoughness, I want to guide you through a really short practice that you can do anywhere, anytime. You can be seated, you can be standing up, possibly waiting for the kettle to boil. That's a moment that I really love to do it. So wherever you are, if you're seated or stood, just feel your feet grounded down into the earth. If you feel comfortable enough and you're not driving, maybe close the eyes for a moment. Closing down the eyes just really helps us to heighten our senses and to allow that inward vision. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Just let gravity take over some of the work. Feel all of the energy inside of your body slowly sinking down into the earth. Any tension, any pressure, any worries, just let them fall down to the earth. Let the earth catch them. You do not need to hold onto them any longer. Place both your hands on the middle of your torso, wrapping them around your rib cage. Make sure you just have a gentle, steadying touch. Feeling the rise of the rib cage as you breathe in, and feeling it settling back down as you breathe out. And then simply, quietly say to yourself, I am here. I am capable. And my body is enough. I am here. I am capable. And my body is enough. I am here. I am capable. And my body is enough. And don't worry if you don't feel anything yet. It might feel a little bit strange. Tune in so much to try and connect to your body in this way. Sometimes the first step is just simply placing your hand on your body, feeling that physical connection, and just letting that be enough for today. If your mind jumps to the to-do list, you're not doing it wrong. You're human. And it's just a sign that you're tired and that you need to. Wherever you are, just gently open your eyes and come back into the space around you. Just notice that slight shift. Notice if you feel more connected to your body. Notice if you feel more rooted in your sense of enoughness. While we're talking about the physical body, I couldn't not mention the idea of movement. And the way I like to teach movement is through joy. For so long, for so many years, movement for me was a form of punishment. It was a form of my body not being good enough and that I had to change it and I had to push it to the extremes. And as a mother, I think we push ourselves to so many extremes every day just through love for our little ones that we do not need to push our own bodies to the extremes. We can love and nurture our body just as much as we love and nurture our family. And as understanding this, is understanding that bodies have seasons, that strength comes and goes, and sleep changes everything. Hormone shifts also affect us. And the more connected to our body we can be, the more we can understand and read it and really listen to what it needs on that day, in that moment. Rooted worth means staying by your side even as your body changes. And here's one for those who love to doom scroll. The next time you're scrolling through your phone and you feel that familiar pressure rising up through your chest, place your hands on your body wherever feels comfortable. It can be on top of your thighs, around your belly, on your shoulders, clasping your hands together, whatever you need in that moment. And take one breath. Just inhale once and exhale out through the mouth. And see if you can return and connect to your own beautiful body just for one moment. And don't beat yourself up. If some days it's easier, some days it's harder, some days you forget. It's a simple step. Taking one step of awareness every day will really help to make those long-term mindset shifts. But above all, be really compassionate to yourself. As mums, we don't need a whole new routine shift. We just need those tiny moments of not abandoning ourselves and coming back to ourselves instead. Before we leave, let's just speak about the impact that chasing this perfect body gives us. Chasing these body ideals and fighting against who we are and not living in this rooted sense of enoughness takes so much energy. I know because I have been there personally. Okay, it drains your time, it drains your resources, it drains your patience, emotional energy, presence, everything. It takes. By gifting yourself these tiny moments of awareness that may shift into acceptance or may simply shift to connection, and coming back to this rooted worth feeling, this will give you steadier moods, more emotional availability, more energy for what really truly matters, and more capacity for joy and connection to those around you. The relationships we have are reflective on the relationships that we have with ourselves. So we need to do the work to connect back to ourselves to be able to connect to others. So maybe ask yourself really gently, where are you spending energy trying to look a certain way? And maybe if that opened up even just 5%, what could you do with that energy instead? And for so many mums, this shift starts with permission, that it's okay. That it's okay to take these tiny moments out, to stop, to breathe, to connect. stop monitoring your body, to stop looking in every mirror and changing the angle and wasting so much time and energy there. So if you're after these really simple, short practices that you can apply to your day-to-day lives, then I have a free gift for you. It's called the Take 10 Toolkit, and it's just that. It's 3 days of 10-minute simple practices that you can do throughout your day. We start with one, which is a really simple guided meditation. The next will be a gentle yoga flow that you can do at any time during the day. And then we'll end on a reflection exercise, which helps you to connect back to that rooted worth feeling, that sense of I am enough. You can find the link for the Take 10 Toolkit in the description below. Ultimately, let's end with this message. Give yourself permission to stop arguing with your body. It has carried you through so much and will continue to do so. If all you can manage today is one single breath where you soften your shoulders, that counts. That's enough. And that is returning to yourself. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing the space and listening to me. And thank you for enjoying the series. Please drop any comments you want to. I'd love to read them. And otherwise, take care.